It is an amazing Saturday morning right here in Kenya, Nairobi. Thank you for joining us on A Farmers Media on the Weekend Review Show every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. I hope you're having an amazing morning. My name is Zaitun Ali alongside
David Kagina, and today we are going to be having a very interesting show. I'm looking forward to this.
Yes, I'm also looking forward to this. And you can also find us on our social media handles. Remember, it is A Farmers Media on Facebook, and also A Farmers Media with a Z on Instagram, and on YouTube we are live at A Farmers Media. Na kawaida also on Facebook we are live, going live today kabisa. So how's your weekend? How's your weekend started?
Zetun, I still don't understand how you asked me about my weekend. Saturday morning. I mean, this is the beginning of the weekend. The weekend was just about to begin.
You never see this thing that people nowadays say that Thursday is the new Friday. So the weekend starts from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
I think I'm witnessing a different kind of adulting.
Oh my God. You need to witness the one that I am, because mine started on a Thursday, and right now I'm even looking forward to Monday because I'm rested.
Well enough.
I feel good. Yes, and very energetic and ready to kickstart this weekend. And now another week. Yes, I'm very positive vibes going on right here.
However, I'd say it's started off pretty well. So we're looking forward to completing this show, and resting and having enough rest as we await Monday.
Yes. And also remember, our producer is going to put in the weekend review show down there. And also this show is about each and every topic that we've been discussing all through the week. We now come and narrow it down to you, points here and there on whatever you missed, so we help you catch up with us, and at least keep you on the know, to all the farmers out there. And I hope this season is taking you well. I hope the market is being graceful to you. I hope the harvests are fruitful. Yes.
The farm is behaving.
Yes, the farm is behaving. Utavuna unachopanda. Dear farmer, umepanda nini leo? Whatever unapanda ndio utavuna. So you better give it your all. Give it the smart farming in every single way possible. Okay?
No, farming is one place where that phrase applies
literally. Exactly. And also in life, trust me, you'll reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. Yes, this life is just like that. And we will be highlighting some of the topics that we discussed all through the week. And on Monday, actually, Kagina, on Monday I didn't have a show.
Oh, yes.
But did you have a show?
Yes.
You did have a show.
We had one very splendid show. It was one amazing show right here.
How did you manage to host?
Yes. So on Monday, this has been a very lucky week from my end. So on Monday, we were joining Farm Drive was Noah Nasiali Academy.
Himself.
And we had a very interesting conversation. I believe in case you missed it,
yes,
I'll refer you. I'll try to explain as much as I can right now, but I'll refer you to go check out that conversation right on our socials.
Yes.
But the conversation we were having, Zaitun, was about, we were discussing, when the market fails.
Oh.
You have all your produce. You've gone to the farm.
Umevuna ulichopanda.
Umevuna ulichopanda.
Now you're waiting for the market.
Lakini sasa kizuri kimekataa kujiuza.
Oh my
Inabidi
God.
ukitembeze.
Guy.
Yeah. So we were having that conversation. And for me, in as much as I was laughing here, it was saddening.
Yes.
Imagining that Noah's experience is the experience of a good number of farmers out there.
That is so true.
Yeah. For example, he was talking, for an instance, a while back,
yes,
he was growing cabbages. So they meet with this mama and they agree, she gives an order of 75,000 heads of cabbages.
Okay.
Yes. And so who is Noah? He goes ahead, invests properly, tells the family, relax. 3 months to naomoka.
Okay.
3 months later, the lady's nowhere to be seen.
Oh my God.
Yes.
After promising him.
Yes, and he's left with 75,000 heads of cabbages.
Where did he take them? All of them?
Imagine he had to sell this at a loss, at around 4 shillings. That's what he was telling me.
Are you serious?
Yes.
4 shillings per cabbage.
Per cabbage. And you're talking about a cabbage of around per kilo of the cabbages.
Okay.
Yes. So
nowadays I think the price is almost 50 to 70 there in the market when you buy the big one.
Yes. So you can imagine selling 4 shillings per kilo.
Oh my
One cabbage is around 6 shillings. 6 kgs, say between 5 and 6. So we are talking about 20 shillings per that cabbage. And you're having 75,000 of them. You know, if it's something else, if it's something different, you know, if we're talking of a different product, say what? You know, say honey doesn't go bad.
Yes.
But now for cabbages, it's worse because
it goes bad.
Once they're mature,
yeah,
they start bursting. You know, it breaks and continues to grow. Now, beyond that point, you can't call that a cabbage.
What will you call it? Are you serious?
It's an overgrown cabbage, yes, because they start bursting. Once they're mature, they burst.
Yes.
And
now people can't buy it as like cabbage.
No, can you buy such a cabbage?
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never seen such.
Plus, the leaves will have matured extremely. You know, the beauty of cabbage is having it. Well, it's the inside. The leaves are not too dry. They're not too mature, so you can even eat them on salads without exactly cooking.
Coleslaw salad.
Yeah, but so he was left with all those cabbages. Had to sell at a loss. And you know, he got frustrated. Those around him got frustrated. He was actually telling me that
mental health.
Imagine that he walked home. He came to the farm and walked home. He forgot he owned a car.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like down the line, he's some kilometers away, and then someone on the farm calls him, "Hey, boss, unarudi ama unacha gari?"
Talking about mental wellness, my God.
It can be stressful.
Exactly. You can go crazy.
And that was just a single story. We also had another conversation.
I tell you, Noah has the best stories in this world. Honestly, he's 15 years of experience.
Yes, and you know his story.
A lot.
His story is speaking for many farmers out
exactly,
there. I believe there are many who can
relate.
That's
the thing. Yeah.
I was checking on our Facebook page. There was one watermelon farmer was saying that she has like around 40 tons of watermelon.
What?
Yeah, she doesn't have a market. She's asking, guys, please, do you need this watermelon? Please come for them. We can negotiate.
Oh my God.
But now let me take you to Noah's story now.
Yeah.
So Noah has grown around 30 tons of watermelon.
Okay.
I think that's an acre or two of watermelon. They are mature.
My God.
And then he speaks to a broker at the market, and the broker tells him, we'll buy 45 shillings per kilo. Bring the watermelons on board. So Noah outsources a car, looks for a very amazing car. Alafu, they park the watermelons. It's a borrowed car.
Yeah.
Of course, they're paying for the fuel
hired.
And everything. Yeah, it's
exactly.
hired. Not exactly hired. It's it was more of borrowed than hired because they were more of taking care of the fuel, not hiring the car.
Okay.
So they transport the watermelons 3 a.m. by 2 a.m. By 2:30, 2:40, they are at City Market in the market, and they're expecting this broker to come and buy the watermelons or rather sell them.
Yeah.
So poagu kapata poaguzi. So this
guy,
this guy tells Noah, bana, we if you need to sell in this market, they need to trust you. When they see you, they'll know you're new. They won't buy.
Okay.
So go sit in the driver's cabin. Yeah, I'll do the sales for you. So who is Noah? He is trust.
Very obedient.
Very obedient. So Bwana Noah goes to the driver's cabin and relaxes and waits. So I think they had an agreement when the money accrues to around 10,000 shillings. It's brought to him.
Yeah.
And so he's waiting for hours and hours. Oh, money's not coming. So he asks Bana, what's happening? This guy comes and tells him, you see, your watermelons are not selling. Yeah.
How now?
And the market price is pathetic. People are saying they can't buy at 45. It's too high.
Oh Lord.
So they want to buy at 25 shillings.
How?
Yes. So you can imagine you have like
what?
30 tons of watermelon with you here. This guy is telling you that. And actually, something interesting about this guy was not someone who was just trying this.
Yeah.
Someone who is experienced
of course, and knows the market better than
so apparently he has already sold to another guy.
Of course.
Who has set up another selling point.
Yeah.
And then he tells Noah, twende nikuonyeshe jamaa hata anauza zake 18 shillings.
Wow.
Yeah. But now fortunately for Noah, he decides he will not be duped in that manner.
Yes.
So he takes he leaves the market
With his watermelons?
Yeah, with his watermelons.
3 tons.
30.
Oh, 30 tons.
30 tons of watermelon.
Quisha.
They start moving around all markets, going market to market, market to market. And later on, he was saying that he was wish if only he knew that was how it would transpire, then he would have started earlier.
Oh my God.
Would have started doing the rounds in
It's a
different
bad
markets
one.
earlier.
Yeah.
So you can imagine all those tons. And eventually they didn't finish everything. So eventually they hired some room with like 3 tons of watermelon. They've put the watermelons there and they've left.
And I heard they bust. The
Wow.
watermelon bust.
Yes. Now that's what was happening at night. So the lady who had given them the room is calling them, Bana. Did you leave someone in here? Watermelons are bursting.
What?
Heat. They are bursting. Left, right, center. Left, right, center. Plus the weight. They're heavy.
Yes.
And you've put a melon on top of another, So when the bottom when one bursts, it spoils the balance. So they start bursting.
My
all of
God.
them.
And farmers going through the same thing out there.
Imagine.
Is the market this
So I was here.
ungracious guy?
I was here on the receiving end.
What?
Noise laughing about it, but I'm thinking 30 tons.
Imagine, that's a huge loss.
How much investment?
But at least he managed to sell a few or maybe a couple of them for that day.
Yes, so it is at that point now that we were, sharing with the viewers and the farmers right there, saying that even as you take even when you're taking your produce to the market, and everything doesn't work out, at least ensure that you recover your cost of production.
So that's the major thing.
Yes.
Ensure you recover your cost of production.
Yes, when the market fails you and everything else, ensure you recover the cost of production.
Don't just give up and go back with the watermelons at home.
Actually, Noah said one thing that I'll never forget, even as I venture into farming.
Yes.
He said, never go back with your produce back home.
Never.
Never.
Farmers, that's just a motivation to you guys. Never go back. You will find somewhere to sell them. You will find someone who needs them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Find a market, at least recover the cost of production.
People are being duped in this market. My God, farming. I thought farming was easy.
No, cartels everywhere.
Imagine.
Left, right, center.
Tapeli wako kila mahali. My God. This is Nairobi, yani.
In Nairobi you do.
And is it only in Nairobi, by the way? Farmers out there, is it only in Kenya, Nairobi? Do we have this also outside Kenya? In Africa? Are people being done for like this, honestly?
Yes.
That's a bad one.
Yes, and then, with its 15 years experience now, we were talking about, other ways how to do now when the market fails.
Okay.
Because we had laid down, structures of examples of when the market had failed him. And this were just the tip of the iceberg.
So what do you do when it fails?
There was a tomato story he never gave us.
Which one?
But we will have to host him again once
we
more.
will bring him
and
back.
Continue with this conversation even as we ensure that the farmer is well equipped with the things to ensure, to look at when the market fails. And so besides now recovering the cost of production, now that we have established, it's very important. And you can't recover your cost of production if you do not know your cost of production.
Okay.
So it's also very important for the farmer to, identify how much did it cost them to produce, if it's the watermelons, if it's the tomatoes, if it's the cabbages, how much did it cost them? And we're talking about the land, we're talking about the farm input.
Oh, even the land.
Is it fertilizers?
Okay.
Is it the tractor? And something
The
interesting.
tools,
Something interesting. I was talking with Noah and telling him, what if I own the tractor now? What should I calculate? Should I calculate just the fuel? And he tells me, no. You calculate as if you hired the tractor. Yes, because
that's a good one.
Because the tractor in itself needs maintenance after that.
Of course.
And there's wear and tear. So
and it's a daily thing.
Yes, so that needs to be taken care of as well. And so he mentioned that it's very important that you do your bookkeeping properly, even as you're growing your crops, taking care of every input that you invest in the farm produce, so that it becomes easier to establish your cost of production.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
that's a good one.
Now something else.
Yes,
he was talking about growing, distributing the manner in which you're growing this crop.
Okay, in what way?
For example, the mistake that he did for the watermelons, for the cabbages, that was different. But for the watermelons, what he did, the mistake, I think, he grew around 4 acres of watermelon once.
At once?
Yes.
At a go?
At a go, pa! So he had all the 30 tons of watermelon ripe
Same time.
at the same time.
Oh,
That becomes a little bit hectic.
okay. Farmers, you're listening to this.
Yes, and so among the tips,
Yes.
Bwana Noah shared with the farmers and with us right here on Farm Drive was when it comes to production of such produce, diversify.
Diversify.
Yes. So he says, for example, right now he doesn't grow more than half an acre of watermelons. So he grows. You grow a crop in several. They don't have to be ripe at the same time, all of them.
Oh,
So
okay.
you can distribute them. Yes, you can grow the 30 tons within 1 year.
But you can't grow just watermelons, but at different times.
Um,
Or you need to mix them with other crops.
yes, mix with other crops, such that when you're going to the market, you have watermelon and you have cabbages and you have some
Okay.
beetroot. So if guys are not buying the watermelons, at least they're buying the
That's
cabbages.
it. Actually,
and the beetroots.
he's trying to analyze the risk and the
Yes. So
make
you're
sure.
mitigating the risk here, the market risk here. So it's very important that you consider doing mixed farming as well as distributing the crop.
And a question: did he used to do research on what is selling in the market before he takes it to the market?
Exactly. That's a conversation we're having right here.
Yeah.
But then he was green in the market.
Oh my God!
Let me tell you how most people think.
Exactly.
Especially the youths right now. You hear farming has money.
Of course.
Farming has money.
Yes.
And you look at one farmer who's telling you that, and he's driving a very beautiful, maybe double cabin of whatever company.
Kwani all farmers have double cabins?
But it's an essential. It's essential in the farm. For transporting things. And so you see this farmer, and you believe. And you hear the figures they're mentioning. They're telling you like we're making 1.2 million. For example, the watermelons that
millions.
Watermelons that Noah was taking to the market, he was expecting around 1.2 million on the minimum.
Oh my God!
Yes. So you can imagine hearing such a figure from 4 acres. I also want to delve into farming.
Of course, anyone would want to.
So people ask, so what did you grow? They hear watermelon. So they grow watermelon as well.
Exactly.
You see, so we have a saturated market where everyone is growing watermelons.
And everyone is taking it to the market.
So we all meet at the market with our watermelons. What happens?
You need to now sell on a lower price.
Yes. You need to be competitive right there.
Exactly.
And most of the time, and again, you fear, you don't want, again, to overstay with the watermelons because they start bursting and spoiling. So what you want, again, is to get rid of the stock quickly, and you end up selling at a loss.
Oh Lord.
And so it's very important that even as you want to venture into agriculture, you want to venture into farming, it's very important that you do a proper market research.
Market research is key.
Very key.
Oh Lord.
Very key. So that you
Now
can understand what is in demand in the region. You can have an idea of what sells when. For example, say watermelons, probably yes, they could be selling out throughout the year.
Yeah.
But probably they sell more during the hotter seasons.
That's true, because everyone just wants to cool down now.
Yes,
watermelon,
everyone is seeking to
and
rehydrate.
pineapples,
And so you become strategic in terms of planting and when you're planting it, and also the consumption rate. Don't target a single market.
Yeah.
Because if Noah had woken up and diversified his crops, dropped this market, this certain market, second market, I believe it would have been easier to sell the crop.
Oh, nice. So that's another hack.
Yes, that's another hack. You can diversify the market. Don't just settle on one.
Okay.
Yes, and we've said mixed cropping. Mixed farming, right? We've talked about calculating your cost of production properly.
Yes.
We've talked about studying the market, understanding what kind of market this is, and then there was also distributing the crop. Instead of just growing 30 tons in January to March, you can grow 2 tons in January, 2 tons in April. Rather, you can distribute the 30 tons throughout the year.
Okay.
And still make the same amount of money from the watermelons, but distributed.
Oh, nice.
That way
That's
you're
a good
mitigating
one.
the risk factor.
Okay.
Yes. And
that's a good
now,
one.
Farm Drive, we talk about value addition any day.
Aha.
And so we talked about even as you're doing the market research.
Yes.
It's very important that you also have in mind ways in which you can add value to your produce.
Okay.
Yes. For example, if you realize you have watermelons and they are going bad really soon, you might consider processing juice in bulk. and
Oh,
distributing it,
sell.
and at least the juice can stay for longer.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes.
Add value.
Yes.
Instead of going to waste.
If it's kills, for example, you might consider using other methods of preservation, for example, drying or something, or freezing these vegetables.
Okay.
You know, cutting and you see these veggies you buy at supermarkets, they're frozen, they're already prepared well.
Yeah.
That is just someone who added value to their produce.
That's a good one.
And the beauty about value addition, we always say, is you get more cash. In as much as it demands more, time, effort, and energy, you gather good cash, as well as you can distribute your market. You can diversify. Once if you're selling to different markets,
Yes.
different people are buying from you, different target markets are buying from you.
Yes.
And so it becomes easier to even finish your stock.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It was a very
Value
engaging
addition.
conversation.
Yes.
That is, yes, value addition
Yes.
is another way of mitigating the loss when it comes to,
Well, when the market becomes ungracious.
when the market
My
decides
God.
to blue tick you.
Imagine, but people can tell us, have you ever gained character development based on the market factor? You can tell us on our social media handles. It is a Farmers Media on Facebook and also on Instagram at Farmers with a Z Media. Tuambie kwenye comment section, what was your worst challenge in the market with your products? Okay, we're taking a short commercial break, but we'll be right back in a jiffy.
Oh, yeah.
Beetroot is a highly nutritious root vegetable. The beetroot is the top proportion of a beet plant. It is one of the many varieties of the genus Beta vulgaris, all of which are mostly grown for their edible taproots and leaves. Beetroot is a root crop that takes approximately 3 to 4 months to mature. Beetroot is a fairly easy crop to grow as long as the soil is well cultivated prior to planting. Beetroots do not enjoy wet, boggy or shady soils. Beetroot can be sown in trays and transplanted when the seedlings have 2 true leaves. Plant in full sun, space seedlings 10 to 15 centimeters apart, and rows 20 centimeters to 30 centimeters apart so they have room to grow. Beetroots are also ideal for containers or raised beds. Beetroots will happily thrive in small areas as long as there's at least 20 centimeters depth of soil. Beetroot has been used not only for food but also for treatment for numerous conditions.
Spinach is a dark leafy vegetable that originated in Persia. Spinach is a superfood as it is loaded with tons of nutrients in a low-calorie package. Spinach has been used by various cultures throughout the history. Spinach is a versatile vegetable and can be eaten raw or cooked. It can be incorporated quite easily in any diet as it is cheap and easy to prepare.
Welcome back. And if you just joined us, remember this is the Week in Review edition that we do every single Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon right here at A-Farmers Media. Remember, we just keep you on the know and remind you of a few things, pointers here and there that we discussed all through the week, okay? And my name is Zaitun Ali, and this is my able co-host,
David Kagina. And as you can see, we have some goodies right here.
Nice. Yes, we have some Omnia. Omnia. Right here I have Mega Kelp. Mine is called Mega Kelp. And Mega Kelp, like I discussed, you know plants also undergo stress. Kuna zingine hazifikiwi na maji vizuri. There are others that yani grow hii area ya Kitengela kwanza ukiwa na crops zinamea yenyewe, you need to thank them. You need to thank them for overcoming such climatic conditions. So this Mega Kelp actually just helps to boost the root growth, improve crop resilience to stress, okay? And also in terms of maybe water retention in the dry areas, and also overcome nutrient deficiencies. Another thing, it also helps to stimulate cell division, improve fruit set, and increase crop yields and profit. So in the energizer, this is just an energizer for the crops, and it is called Mega Kelp by Omnia. Yes, so in case for farmers around this Athi River area especially,
where your plants are undergoing stress and depression.
Yes, what do you have over there?
On my end, I have Rhizoveta. Rhizoveta is, we say it boosts the development of roots and shoot biomass.
Okay.
So essentially, what it does by increasing the number of roots and the distribution, it helps the plants absorb more nutrients.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So eventually, it improves nutrients availability and fertilizer responsiveness for the crops. It also promotes, the beneficial microorganisms inside the soils, because now there's enough aeration now because of the roots. It also increases the soil moisture retention for this reason, as well as eventually you get improved yield and harvests.
At the end game is improved yields. Yes. So this is just one or two products from Omnia. They have a lot more. You can visit their page, their website. They are just called Omnia, and they provide for you the best nutrients and everything for your crop. So check them out every single day. And for a farmer, if you need this, holler at us also on our pages. We can just connect you as our farmers, what we do, we help you connect, learn and grow. So these are your plugs right here, okay? Yes. And just before the break, we're just taking a look at some of the topics that we are discussing all through the week. And Kagina was just telling us of how the market has been ungracious to so many farmers out there. And we were asking, what was your worst experience in the market? Kindly just highlight us on our comment section. Remember, our Farmers Media on all social media platforms, but on Instagram it's with a Z, okay? And tell us what was your worst experience in the market, okay? And as we move on, Kagina.
Yes.
I also had a chance to do the mid-morning show this week, where I was with Mercy, and we were talking about
Mercy Kemunto,
yes. We wanted to dive deeper into agritourism. Something that is nowadays it's almost a new thing that is coming on board, mixing the tourism and the agricultural bit. So farmers have just discovered this as an amazing thing to do with when you're having a big land and all, when you're doing the mixed farming, the livestock keeping, the just crop planting and all. And we got to see some of the factors that just enable agritourism to be very viable, and also how just to commercialize it, how to make profits out of it, and who the market audience is, who the target market is actually. Yes, who to target in this industry, and just how to make it better with the resources that you have. So, but before then, there's one quote that actually I need to share with guys. We keep on saying that farming is very difficult and all, but you know what? There's a saying that says that farming is just like a game, okay?
A game.
Yes, and to play any game effectively, one must just acquaint himself or herself with its rules. Of course, poker has rules. Even hide and seek has rules.
Chess
No
has.
peeping. Yes, even chess has. And for the perfect example is chess. So a chess player who wins the game usually has the same number as, of the subjects like his opponents. Okay.
When beginning.
Yes, when beginning they have the same number. But now what makes him win is just how he moves them. Yes, so this also comes into farming. All the farmers have the same tools, right? But now what contributes to success or failure is just how able how you're able to use the tools efficiently and in the best possible way, different from all the other farmers. So just being able to be unique in your own single way and finding a niche in your farm. So that is what causes the success or failure of a farmer. It's not like at bad timing or luck. Yes, it's just how you can improvise and be as efficient as possible with the same tools that the other farmer has. So that is something that a farmer can keep in mind. And remember that there are just two major components in farming that contributes to the failure and success of the farmer, and it's just things that a farmer can control and things that a farmer cannot control. Those which you can control and are within your reach, make sure you utilize the best possible ways and improvise in the best possible way for you to just be able to succeed. Things that you can't control like the climate and all, just make sure you just be innovative in a certain way and just be smart in farming. That is what will contribute to your success. Okay, so that is tip for the day as we dive into the agri-tourism. And is it agritourism or is it agritourism? Because yes, in my research I'm seeing other people are saying agritourism, others are saying agro. So
Agritourism.
yes, but for me I'm sticking to agritourism. What's yours?
Agri sounds nice.
Agri sounds nice.
We agree,
okay.
right?
Okay, let's agree. Let's agree to disagree. So just like we were saying, agritourism is just mixing farming and tourism, and in this is it's almost next to the ranches, like having a ranch, but now for ranch it's just on the large scale for high-end, large scale farmers. But for agritourism, even small scale farmers with little acres of land, like 10 acres kwenda chini, they can also participate in it. So yes,
but I'm wondering, so what does it entail exactly?
Exactly.
Will people come to see potatoes?
So now this is the thing. Agritourism just is farm workshops. Like you come and get to see the traditional skills on how people are farming, the methods that they're using, like how just to plant. How can you plant a watermelon? How does a watermelon seed look like? Is this how the courgette looks like? Hoho inakaa hivi, tomatoes. Okay, so tomatoes climb. So just getting to see the traditional skills of how just farming is done. Okay, there is one. There is that. There is also the culinary tours, like you're doing farm tours in agritourism. So I bring you to my farm and I just take you around and let you see the diversity, the variety that I have in my farms, the crops that are there. So nakutembeza each and every place that you get to see where I plant my onions. This is how they look. So this one you can even bring the students who are very fascinated about agriculture and don't have a first-hand experience on seeing this. Because of the bontaos, most of this, by the way, it is really working in the Nairobi urban areas, around the Nairobi areas, because now they don't get the first-hand experience on to see how farming is done, like the people in the rural areas. So it is really booming in this area. Okay, so another thing you can do is also there's some who also do wine tasting in this agritourism, because you grow the grapes. Yes, especially akina Kenya Nut, they do the grapes and all, and you can make wine out of these grapes. So you can come and do wine tasting. Others just use it as a place to chill and wind and just come and have fun with your family, because now they're doing livestock keeping and they're also doing crop keeping and all the crop planting. So livestock keeping, unakuja, wichoma kambuzi, wichoma kakuku over there, and then with your friends you can come with your grill and now chill. It is now a place now to relax and wine and have a good time. So a chill spot. That is what agritourism is all about, and people have discovered this because farmers nakwambia, you have the land, you have the animals, yani you want to do more.
So you
with
can
what you have.
You can actually earn by people coming to see what you're doing.
Exactly what you're doing. And so some go to an extent of even having farm stays whereby they create they just build the lodges, yes, little hotels where when people come and have a good time, they can be able to relax and even sleep over. So you're getting even money from that. Imagine. So it happens, and yeah, that's why I'm saying it's almost like the ranches, like Akina Fred's ranch over here, Isinya. But yes, this is just how we do it. This is how the farmers do it. And when you want to see where they are based, most of the places they are based here in Kenya, maybe if you want to venture into this, you can want to go and see an example. We also have some in Limuru, the Lesioi farm in Limuru. There's also the Kawamwaki farm. This is in Limuru as well. There is Mlango farm in Ngecha village. I'm not quite sure where Ngecha village is.
Close to Limuru.
That's amazing. And here you can imagine what they do in Ngecha village. Aside from whatever I've mentioned, they do the bake bread, they do the wine tasting, they do the bird watching. Sorry, not wine tasting, the bird watching.
And art as well.
And art.
Yes, because I think I know Ngecha
exactly
through art. I think I've been there for an exhibition.
Art gallery. Yes, they do it as well. So I don't know if they get the artists to come and also just showcase whenever people are coming, because okay, first and foremost, we were just asking with ourselves, with Mercy, will you do a bird watching experience when you go to Ngecha?
Yes.
Why?
Why would you not?
Why will you just sit there and watch birds? You see birds all the time.
I think bird watching is quite a different scene. The way you look at it.
Yes.
How many species of birds do you think we have?
I know there are.
How many do you see per day?
I see just the kawaida nyoni. Zinitoka nyoni.
Yes. And even those ones, you see a variety. See like 30 of them.
Yeah.
But you can tell them apart. The beauty about bird watching is the intentionality. You see, now you look at a bird and you have a guide with you, or probably you have a book with you where you look up at a bird, check its name and its characteristics, its beauty, you know what's unique about it. You start appreciating nature and the environment in which you're living.
So they're actually farmers who keep
details.
Birds for that specific reason.
Yes, and the beauty about bird keeping is you don't have to keep these birds. Some of these birds exist in the habitat naturally.
Oh,
yes,
I get
you. See, like the Nyayo, you have very big.
Yes, those ones, the big ones. But those ones are very scary. And they've never pooped on you when you my God, they say it's good luck, but honestly, I don't think so.
No,
it's a very bad luck when you're going to work, especially. So I really avoid that area when I'm coming to work, because disaster. But anyway, they say it's good luck. So that's how Ngecha is. Okay. Yeah, that's Mlango farm there, and also there's one called Brown's Cheese. So this one they just do cheese making and cheese tasting. So they process the cheese. Imagine. So
besides that, so it's a cheese processing facility.
Yes, and you can also taste.
But then again, they've commercialized it.
They have.
Tourists can come in.
Yes,
and watch them as they do what they're doing.
Exactly.
So they're making
and
money.
Taste and also buy. So that's the good thing. Imagine. Agritourism is very interesting because you can get, like I said, the kids, they're very fascinated about the crops, actually not even the crops, even the fruits that are growing in your farm. So they also do farm pick. You come and pick the fruits. You come and pick yourself. They give you time, you pay for it, and you go inside there with your maybe your guardian and all, and now you allow the babies to now pick the fruits
by themselves.
Yes,
from the tree.
yes.
So that
if it's the apples, they put them whatever they want, and now they come and buy.
I think this is essential so that you can stop. Some of these questions kids ask you.
Exactly, where do fruits come from?
Which trees grow potatoes?
Imagine.
We've never seen the potato fruits.
Yes,
potatoes are not fruits.
But where do chips come from?
So that they can see now. Just besides having the apples here, at least they can know apples don't fall from above.
Exactly.
They have trees and they grow.
And that's the thing.
I think this can also motivate children. When you're talking about initiatives like tree planting.
Yes.
Planting of these fruit trees.
Yes.
At least when they see it's possible to grow a tree.
Yes.
And it has fruits and you can eat from the fruits. It becomes easier for them to start initiatives like growing the trees and tending for them.
Exactly. So you can even introduce them to agriculture.
Yes. Even they're looking forward to the fruition. Yes. But they are aiding in slowing down global warming,
That is very true.
fixing this environment in terms of planting more trees.
Yeah.
And I think that is beneficial.
For me, honestly, agritourism was just next to my heart, because what made me research about this is because I love going to ranches. Like I said, I even did my birthday one time at here, Isinya. Fred's Ranch. And it was amazing. Yeah, but for him, he has like 15 acres or something, so his is huge. And he puts the horses, the GP cutting, not GP cutting, car racing and all. You can do the bouncing castle for the babies. So many activities you can do now. The farm tours over there, swimming, and you can also go and chill and eat. So the thing is, for this one, you can also go and it's called role playing. You dress up like a cowboy, blah blah blah, with your team. Go have a nice time with your girls, or maybe just your family. Yes, and they come, they dance for you. They put so much good music over there. Whenever you have maybe a birthday or something, they come dance and entertain you. So entertainment also is key in such farms. So that is what I base my mind on, and on agritourism. And I saw that even with the little acres of land that you have, you can also do it, and you can start small like that. So what you just need to know again is who is your target market.
So in this case,
Yes.
we've mentioned children.
Yes, you can have children who come for farm visits, like they do. See, they go to these field trips.
Oh yeah.
Yes, so they are your major number one local tourists. Yeah, the kids, they have fun there, and there are also activities that make them enjoy even more. And for people, another group of people is people who need to just get in touch with nature, unwind, and out of the busy schedule of the week and all. Someone who needs to go and relax, exactly, and just make a connection with themselves and just chill. That is another person, and these people are so many in Nairobi.
Yes, we are many of us. People
we are
need to
very,
go
very
brave.
many. Exactly. People who need just, you hear people are going out for road trips. We are going to Nanyuki, Nini. These are the things that people just go to do because you're busy all through the week in the office, the urban areas, the traffic, the hustle is just real.
So you need a quiet
weekend. Yes.
To go and wind.
You just chill, Maze. And if you get even that one with wine tasting, you're good to go. You're very good to go.
Cheese.
Exactly. And another target for this market is actually those who are seeking for those mental, self-care and all, and also those who are major consumers of meat, and yes, kina watu wanapenda nyama choma, the kuku choma, those exactly. So again, are the people, and aside from the consumers themselves, you can also target the butchers and all. So you can just rear for maybe commercial purposes out there. You can sell to them. Yes, the butchers, anyone, those people who are selling. You can even it's Bama over there. You can get market also over there. People who are just generalizing in meat products and all. Meat products, also milk products is another advantage, and also cheese. So those three people who are dealing in those industries are you target
definitely
market.
come.
Yes, for sure.
Again, also I also think other farmers love to take notes. So personally, if I'm a farmer, I think I'd be that curious farmer who
to go and see what is
working.
working.
Go and wind on another person's farm
and see what is actually working.
What I can try out.
Yes. For me, I'd be the person who will go and enjoy the serenity.
Bird watching.
Bird watching, of course, not. More of the activities like let's race the car, let's go to the farm visits and just help my toy just pick some fruits here and there. I think it will just be for family chill day for me. Yes, most probably.
Amazing. Most definitely.
Yes, so that is
amazing experience.
Your target market. And among the activities that you mentioned is you can put also a swimming pool if you're well equipped and you have the muscle power. You can also include the horse riding if you have huge land. And there's a trampoline, bouncing castles.
Nice.
Some are also putting camping sites. Camping sites.
I love camping personally.
I
love the whole idea of adventure. You know, you being outside your normal life, relaxing, trying to explore.
Imagine just buying the camp,
lifestyle.
the tents, and making a bonfire. It is really easy to start it. Just making a bonfire over there, ensuring security is top notch, and buying the tents and to maybe the covers for people. Just a few.
And that's it.
Yes,
You
that's
start
it.
off.
And for those who are also planning on doing the lodging, people can also overstay and sleep. Event packages, like I'm saying, the birthday parties, anniversaries, and all. Yes. Also the role playing that I was saying. Unakuja mnavaa. There's a
Like
theme:
cowboy.
cowboys, cowgirls. Yeah, yeah. And again, the motorbike racing. Archery, people are even doing archery, people
Oh,
are doing
yeah.
wine tasting, gun shooting. So agritourism entails a lot, so you can just incorporate your livestock, your crops, and also a few other activities that are in the capacity of your land and your maybe capability as a farmer. Yes, you can diversify. It is a new thing, Maze. It's a new thing in town. It is.
Farming can be fun
Uh-huh.
when you decide to.
When you decide to, and I know, but this one I'm sure it needs a lot of capital. Yes, but
In terms of
again,
planning.
yes, they say some of the benefits are you can get. I'm going to get to the benefits in deeper, but you can get that this farming is really beneficial as opposed to those, especially for livestock keeping, as opposed to those who are doing pastoralism and all. Now just getting these animals in that enclosed areas, you can be able to monitor them in terms of growth, whatever they are eating. You can be able to know what time to breed. Yes, and they're very healthy and strong. They're the best breeds around. So even for you, when you're taking it to the market, you're getting very high returns. Yes, so that is a good thing with agritourism. Okay, so one thing that we wanted to ask is how just to make it profitable.
How do you make it? How do you make it?
First things first, you have the animals over there. Process milk,
Uh-huh.
sell the milk. Process cheese, sell the cheese.
Now, I think we'll make so much profit. Let's go for a break, Bana.
Exactly.
We can come back with more.
Yes, and we will dive in deeper and deeper and deeper as we see each and everything. And remember, before we take a commercial break, remember we're also talking about your health as a farmer. Yes, as we're even talking about how to commercialize, how to profit, how to make amazing profits, what challenges you're going through the market. Remember, your health is very important. And with Producers Direct, we're coming to sensitize you on the fact that you need to go and get vaccinated. All the tea and coffee farmers out there, all the other farmers in the agritourism industry, like we're talking to you, and any other farmer watching us, make sure you go get vaccinated, because a healthy farmer is a healthy farm. And remember, we just hashtag vaccinate the farmers just to stay well, and because you're the main producers for food in this country. We love you and we just cannot do without you. Remember, we're doing it for free with Producers Direct, and we're coming to your region to do it to you. Okay, so vaccinate, 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 and keep safe. So we're going on a short commercial break. We're coming right back.
art and science of cultivating the soil, growing crops, and raising livestock. Agriculture provides most of the world's food and fabrics. It is not only a source of food and income, but also creates employment opportunities for many people in the world. Over 1 billion people worldwide work in agriculture, generating 2.4 trillion for the global economy. The global impact of farming on the environment is revealed that 40% of the Earth's land is now given over to agriculture. Agricultural development is one of the most powerful tools to end extreme poverty, boost shared prosperity, and feed a projected 9.7 billion people by 2050. And we, the Our Farmers Media, roll the carpet for you as we welcome you to our thrilling farm visits to different farmers that educate and inspire you in different sectors in agriculture. Catch us also on our shows on all our social media platforms as we bring you educative and informative information that will help you learn and guide you on your agriculture journey to success. Our farmers attain knowledge and grow profits.
Beetroot is a highly nutritious root vegetable. The beetroot is the top proportion of a beet plant. It is one of the many varieties of the genus Beta vulgaris, all of which are mostly grown for their edible taproots and leaves. Beetroot is a root crop that takes approximately 3 to 4 months to mature. Beetroot is a fairly easy crop to grow as long as the soil is well cultivated prior to planting. Beetroots do not enjoy wet, boggy or shady soils. Beetroot can be sown in trays and transplanted when the seedlings have 2 true leaves. Plant in full sun, space seedlings 10 to 15 centimeters apart, and rows 20 centimeters to 30 centimeters apart so they have room to grow. Beetroots are also ideal for containers or raised beds. Beetroots will happily thrive in small areas as long as there's at least 20 centimeters depth of soil. Beetroot has been used not only for food but also for treatment for numerous conditions.
Welcome back, dear people. Thank you for staying tuned all through the first hour. This is the second hour of the show, and remember, it is Week in Review, where we just touch on a few things here and there of what we discuss all through the week on all our shows. Okay, my name is Zaitun Ali, and this is my host,
David Kagina. And right before we went for that break,
yes,
Zaitun, we were having an interesting conversation. We were talking about, agritourism.
Exactly. Agritourism is amazing.
You had just started on the benefits.
Yes, and now I was just touching on how to make it profitable. Again, we said you have the livestock, okay? Why don't you process the milk, process the cheese, sell, okay?
Oh, wow.
You also have the beef, process the beef, sell to the butchers, sell to the consumers coming to the market, to the farm actually, or during the farm visits. You can also breed the services. You can do this. I told you, it's easy to know what time to breed the animals in the farm, because now at least they're in correct care. Okay, so hata zinakula fiti, the time you know they're ready for breeding, at least you're going to get a good species coming through. So breeding services can work totally. Okay. Another thing, again, we said host the farm tours. Let people come, tembe in your shamba, one here, 1 2 1 2. Tell them how you're doing the maybe drip irrigations, how you're doing whatever techniques, maybe the drones you're using, the smart farming methods. Just talk to them and educate them of how farming is just every single day. Okay, that is just basically people can pay to come to your farm and learn the skill that you think it's nothing. Okay, there's also you can sell the cowhide. There are people, yes, who just now use the skin for the livestock and sell to those people making leather, blah, blah, blah.
Drums.
Exactly. Especially in Limuru. Shoes. And that is why there are very many around Limuru. You can say, whenever, my shags is along that route. So whenever I'm talking shags, I see them on the roadside, like to hats, looking like how
so some coats.
Exactly. Fluffy for leather, and also that's another business. So the people out there who are just processing the cowhide and all and making it for even the sheeps and all, even the sheep, sorry, not sheeps, where, yes, and just put the farm products like that you're producing, like the onions, like the tomatoes, put them on sale.
So people can come see them and actually buy from them.
Buy. Honestly, I'll be number one buying the tomatoes, actually. Getting amazing tomatoes there, the same place.
You've seen them grow the farms.
Exactly.
So there's an element of trust.
Exactly. So you can just buy there with no issue. The onions, you can just get them in bulk whenever you're going to visit. So put them on sale. People will definitely buy. Yes. So those are some of the profit, how we can make profits. I'm just listing them a little bit here and there. You can also, one other thing was also hosting classes for cooking, because now you see you have the meat over there. You can have a chef who can also host people and teach them how to cook
and make more money.
You can make money as well in that. So those are just the basic things that you can do in agritourism. You don't need to have a huge land, but yes. So, and maybe last but not least, something that we touched on, a few topics here and there are what are the costs involved in agritourism business. So this is also important for someone who is thinking of venturing into this. Of course, number one, land is a factor. Make sure at least just a couple of acres, not just 1 or 2, more. Get maybe 4 or something, or 5, more than 10. Let me just say more than 10. But whatever you can start with is you just see the capability that you have in your farm. If you have the livestock, you can just see what amount of people you can host. Even for farm visits, right here at our Farmers Media, you can come and visit. And we don't have that much land right here where our studio is, but you can just come and see the variety. So we can also do the farm tours right here. So it doesn't matter what amount of land. Just if you have the capability and the muscle power, you can do it, okay? Never say never. And then maybe land preparation on whatever things you want to do, if it's for the grazing area, if it's for the planting. Now you need to consider all that cost. How much will it cost you to just create that? If you want for the hotels and lodges, we can also bear that in mind. Again, homestead fencing ni muhimu sana, because now you don't want your cattle going missing. Yes, and you just want to ensure that the people who are coming there, that this place is secure enough even to hold a campsite, okay? So make sure the fencing is okay, security is top notch. That is very key in whatever, just to protect your products, your animals, and also the people coming to your farm. Another thing, watering facilities. This is key, of course, when you're planting anytime. Watering facilities are key. And tools and equipment. We're saying the tractors, the what you will need actually to be able to be productive in whatever you're planning to do. If it's the cattle rearing, the whatever, unafaa kujenga, the grazing area, and also the tools are also key in knowing whatever you want. Yes, so purchase them and make sure they are well maintained. Yes, at every single time. At least on a daily. They're being used on a daily. They wear out. So you make sure that you're maintaining them each and every single time, and you have the budget for that. Okay. Shelter. This is particularly for the cattle. Yes, like I said, and also maybe marketing strategies. A website to just market maybe your area. Yes, and tell people what you're offering. That will be really efficient. Maybe social media platforms. Ensure that you have marketing, so at least you can publicize to the people out there. Ndio usikuwe peke yako on the farm visits. Yes, make people know it's a place, chill spot to come and see, place to learn for kids and everyone. Just market yourself in the best possible way. And lastly, you can ensure there's insurance for you, for your workers. Yes, it is just the whole place is insured in case maybe of fire, blah blah blah. You never know what happens, but insurance is also very, very key. So basically it is just that's it. And now the benefits are really, really huge. Like I said, profit over profit over profit. That is about agritourism in a nutshell.
Wow.
Would you want to venture into it?
Oh yes, why not?
Definitely.
It's something that looks very interesting, not just for you as a farmer
Exactly.
practicing it, not, besides the money that you're going to make from that. Well, it looks like something interesting. You know, farms can be quite boring, especially if you're alone, you and the crops and the cattle. But if you can be interacting with different people, different days, or even you can be, you know, seeing the beauty of seeing people on your farm enjoying.
Exactly. You're enjoying the fruits of your efforts, you know, and you can even retire. Retirement benefits over there. You can just go and retire in your
ranch.
Ranch over there. Yes. That is something I would even want to do. And it gets you closer to the nature as well. And connect and unwind. That is one of the basic things that for me I got actually. And I will be number one consumer and target market number one for agritourism anytime. It needs people. Actually, what is wrong is people don't know and don't have information about it. That is why there's a little bit hesitation in joining this industry. But now it's a good one, honestly. If you have the muscle power, I would say go for it. Go for it and try and see.
Definitely.
And you can start small. You can start small for sure.
You can start small, keep growing, keep enhancing and developing.
Yes. So Kagina, that is it from me.
Beautiful.
Yes.
And so from my end, you know, after we've talked about the market failing, when the market fails you,
Yes.
there was also this conversation of what markets are we talking about.
Okay.
And so we were able to establish the markets that we have, potential markets for our crops, you know, that ranging from we talked about retailers, that is food vegetable retailers, that is, and food outlets. We're talking about supermarkets, and retail shops. We established that as a potential market for produce, especially the farm produce. We then identified you know, wholesale markets. This is where mostly you're dealing with brokers. People are coming to buy produce directly.
And those are the hardest to deal with.
Yeah, but sometimes the brokers are not exactly bad. What happens if the farmer is not well informed, they might take advantage.
That is true.
That's the worst bit about it. But the beauty about it is they lift the liability off you, because they buy in bulk. So
that's a good thing.
You give your produce, if it's your watermelons, you're giving the 40 tons of watermelon all at once. Yes. And we're talking of something different. Leave that now. We addressed also institutions. We have institutions as potential markets. And one common thing about institutions, by institutions we mean schools. We're talking about hospitals. We're talking about, what else do we got? Schools, hospitals. We have prisons. You see all these facilities, institutions that constantly need food. And now we focused on these institutions, and we said they are beneficial in this case. One, the demand is constant throughout the year. Yeah, because we've mentioned schools. Students will eat breakfast, lunch, dinner,
and you have to pack a snack as well.
Yes. We've talked about hospitals. People will need balanced diets. So if you are selling veggies, you know, cereals, this is a place to go to. We talked about prisons. These are people who eat
daily,
on a daily basis. And so if you can secure this market, you are good to go as a farmer.
So now, is this what is called tendering, or what is it?
Yes, exactly. Now, most of these institutions work with tenders. And so tendering...
So I will explain a tender.
And tendering is how they work. So a tender is essentially where it's an agreement between, you know, a farmer and the institution. So institution wants someone who can supply, say, 40 tons of say beans, for example. And so they ask, is there anyone who can supply 40 tons of beans, for example? And no, this 40 tons is they're cumulative.
Yes.
But it could be broken in sums of lump sums of say half a ton in every month, half a ton every month, until they accumulate to the total number, or a ton every month until they accumulate to the total number. And the beauty about tendering
Yes.
is now, at least there's that assurance. This institution, these institutions are big, either private or public. These are big institutions.
Exactly.
So they have a reputation to protect, one. So they do not want to mess you up, two. And then you have the law on your side.
Because
when
now
it
of the
comes to
agreement.
tendering. Yes, because of the agreement. It's a formalized market.
Okay.
So they mess, you sue.
Okay.
It's a really good a secure market, and no one wants to spend money on court cases and no one wants to be heard that they were in court cases, because no one will want to supply these foods.
Yes.
And that will be a problem in itself. So it's a safe space market. And then now we decided to look at there's a farmer out there.
Yes.
You're hearing of tendering. What do you need for you to secure these tenders? What do you need to have in mind?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
What are the requirements? And we had the privilege of even going through at least 2 or 3 tenders that were being announced, and we looked at what is being required.
Okay.
And one thing that we established is that these institutions conduct business with with a business or a company.
How?
Yes. So that means if you're a farmer and you want to supply this tender, you have to register a company or a business.
Oh, so that is how it works. You just don't get a tender like me as an individual. I'm coming, I need a tender.
No. We need to keep you liable.
Okay.
And we need to know your records properly. And so what they need from you is they need you to be registered as a company.
Oh, that's nice.
And the company registration process is so super easy.
It's easy?
Yes, super easy.
You can do it even online, right?
Yeah, you can do it online, totally. And we said the most recommended forms of the companies that you can register if you're targeting tenders specifically, you can register partnerships.
Wow,
You can also register as a limited company.
Oh.
So it becomes easier for you to secure these tenders.
Yeah, but I think a limited company is much more expensive, right?
Yeah, it's much more expensive, but again, these things they both have their pros and cons.
Okay.
Yes, but feel comfortable. If you're small scale, you can go with you can just register a partnership. Yeah. If you're large scale, the beauty about a partnership can be between 2 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
You and your wife.
You and your wife.
But hiyo pia ni ngumu. I'd rather go solo. I'd rather register solo.
But the beauty about partnerships is when one party is not, there's some element of accountability.
Okay.
That's why these institutions will prefer to work with a partnership than a sole proprietor.
Yeah,
because
that's true.
if it's a sole proprietor, who are you accountable for? Who are you accountable to? If you disappear, now what do we do? But if it's a partnership, at least they have an idea, or they can seek the other party in case you are not available.
I get you.
Yes. So they're also looking at security from your end. You have the institution as the security. So from your end, they need to have faith in you.
Oh, that's
before
a good
they can
one.
give you that.
Hey, tendering is. I thought it was something easy.
Well, imagine you've given someone a tender to supply, for example, maize.
Yeah.
For your school, you have like 1,000 students who need who take say one meal that needs maize every day.
Yeah.
Say ugali. And then there's lunch. Say githeri. And then this guy over here who has the tender fails to supply.
That is true. Disaster.
Yes.
Disaster.
And
That's
you can't just go out there every day asking who has maize.
Uh-huh.
Because again, the beauty about tenders is the institutions negotiate according to the price.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
The lower the price, they pick according to the price. Now, when in case someone does not supply and they're forced to go out there in the market, they'll buy at retail price.
Oh.
And that is way higher.
I know. Yeah.
And that is expensive. That's why they prefer tenders. And so we said, now besides one, registering your company, you're registering your farm as a company, or you yourself registering a company, which is either a partnership or a limited company.
Okay.
That is very essential. Secondly, you need to register it with the Kenya Revenue Authority.
Oh, KRA.
Yes.
Watu wenye wanakimbia KRA. Yeah, we need to give Caesar what belongs to Caesar.
Taxman.
Yeah.
Yeah, and talk of taxman, you need to have a KRA pin for starters.
Yeah.
And then there comes a clearance certificate. This shows that you have been tax compliant. Again, these are institutions with reputation, so they don't want to work with someone who has been evading tax.
I get you.
So they have a reputation to protect, and as well as just accountability. You need someone who's everything is, lenient. You don't want to find yourself on the wrong side of the law.
That is true.
And so tax compliance certificate is very important. So you have your business and it's tax compliance certificate. Something else that we established is that in the samples that we looked at is that these people need a business permit. Yes.
Okay.
So the business permit just indicates that you are allowed to conduct business, with government, with private institutions.
Right here in Kenya.
Yes, in the country, you are allowed to conduct business in the country.
Okay.
So the business permit is also very important because before you're given a business permit, they check the quality, and so these are some of the things that people want to be assured of.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with a legit business.
That is true.
Yes, and so that's it for starters. Starters. And so
that's a nice one.
Yes, again we interacted with a myth that goes around.
Which is
when I tell you about tenders, what do you think? Corruption, corrupt, kujuana.
Lazima ikuwe tu ni familia yako ama ni rafiki yako mwenye. Yani getting a tender is not just easy.
So imagine there are policies in play that ensure that the tendering process is fair. Yes, for example.
Where in Kenya?
Imagine.
Okay.
There could be some element of kujua. Kenyans will always have a way around something.
Of course.
However, the policies are in place, and most institutions are actually, utilizing these policies. For example, there's a policy where you are not supposed to be involved in any way in the process of preparing that tender.
Oh.
Yes. The person receiving the tender should not have been involved in any way in the process of, from the printing to the formulating of the tender, to the assessment of the tender, knowing it's how much. You are not supposed to be involved in any way.
Oh.
That is just one.
Okay.
Now here's the second bit.
Yes.
Ulisema familia and everything.
Yes.
So most of the time, these people don't want you to be directly or indirectly related.
No relations.
To any member of the committee, board member, the tendering committee, or the board member, or the chair of the institution.
So you're just trying to say if I have my goods and they are looking good, I can get a chance.
Yes. If you individually can supply, if you're good and your profile looks good and your business is good and you can meet the need, then it's very easy for you to supply.
Oh, that's a good one.
You're fit to supply. Yes. So we're saying, of course, we can't miss bad onions in our bag, but the tendering process has policies in place that ensure that the process is very fair.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So anyone can get it.
That's a nice
for
one.
as long as you have these things in play. But however, we were interacting with the farmer and saying, even as you're applying for this tender, as much as we've said they are fair and just, they are free and fair, it's very important that even as you're applying for this tender, it's important that you apply for something that you can handle.
Oh, that is true.
Yes.
Usiweke hapa agreement na kumbe you cannot meet the needs
Bana,
and supply the tons that they want.
You have two sacks of potatoes, for example.
You're trying to oversell yourself.
That is less than 10,000. Calculating.
Yeah.
And then you've gone and applied for a tender where you're supposed to be supplying, say, 100 bags of potato.
Yes.
Say it's a company, an industry in Nairobi that does crisps, and they need 100 bags of potato from you. Where do you get that from?
Okay.
That tender will be overwhelming to you.
That is true.
And you know what that does?
Yeah.
It spoils your record, one, for starters.
No one will give you another one again.
No one will want again to give you a tender because they feel if you failed this one, why would you not fail them? Yeah.
So actually, it's a good thing to start to register your farm as a business.
Very important. Very important. Yes.
Lakini mtu akisikia KRA unasema oh my god, let me just get my tukidogo monies over here and just
you see the beauty about registering a business, not exactly your farm as a business, but registering a business is it's your business that will be given the tender.
Okay.
You see, KRA is not there to eat your money or it's just there for accountability. You see, for example, you've been given a tender, you need to pay tax.
Yeah.
here's where they come in. Again, these institutions need to trust you.
Yeah.
If you have been evading tax, what makes them think you'll not go away with their money
That is true.
and not supply? Utachukua deposit
Alafu upotee.
and flee.
Hey, farmers, don't be like that though.
So they need to establish that form of trust in itself.
That is so true.
Yes. And that, besides, taking something that you can actually afford to supply.
Yes.
These institutions also ask for a recommendation letter.
Kwani imekuwa shule tena?
Yes.
Is it our school?
But we are dealing, when we're talking of tenders, we are talking of good amounts of money.
Okay.
And so we need someone
Very understandable.
someone they can really trust, someone who knows what they're doing. And so they request for LPOs, previous tenders that you've supplied.
Yes.
Yeah, what have you done before? If it's possible, they request for recommendation letters from these institutions. Yes, this guy requested for this tender, and they indeed supplied. So you can always take that, collect the recommendation letters after the supply.
That's a good one.
So it becomes easier.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they want to know you truly can supply. You've
but
supplied.
you can.
You've supplied for this company. You've supplied for this institution. You've supplied for this school.
And now you can do it on ours as
now
well.
you can do it on ours as well. And that's the beauty of it. Again, we were saying you could be farmers around this region, right? Your farm is producing a certain number of maize or a certain number of produce. And then there's this local primary school right there. Imagine that is a potential place where you can apply for that tender.
By the way,
yes,
don't overlook.
Don't overlook that.
Opportunities just wanasemanga between your nose.
Right under your
right under your nose.
Right under your
Imagine, and then you're overlooking to other places that honestly have people who've established the tendering over there. So you can just start small from wherever you are. Even the neighboring school that you can get. Yes, if any kind of institution. Hata kama imeanzishwa juzi, trust me, school. But I think schools are a business that I think if I can get teachers, we can start. Kids are starting school like each and every single time.
We're expecting 2 million students will be sitting for exams this year.
Not
this year. Next month.
My God. So KCC and KCP is next month?
KCC, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Really sure.
Imagine I am not. Nowadays, I don't even know what happens.
You don't even.
This is education
the curriculum
system.
is quite confused.
My God. Maybe when we get kids who are starting school there.
Makes it worse now with CBC.
CBC is even worse. I'm not looking forward to it. Some of us are joining it April. I'm not even looking forward to it. But yeah, but I think we will just. What I'm looking forward to is just dropping my kid to school and picking him up. Imagine. That's the only thing I am looking forward to. Like
wait until there's assignment.
And then now he asked me about maths, and I hated maths. Oh my God! Now where do we start? But at least I need to dance any coloring. I can just show how to color. Make a bean bag.
Right? CBC mtapika chapati kwa kweli.
Akia Mungu wa. Hey, but it's fine. So yeah, I think these schools are so many, and opportunities for tendering are a lot. Yeah, there are a lot. So we can just explore the options as farmers wherever you are. Yes. So maybe just to wind up on whatever you were talking about as we take a short break.
So so definitely tendering is one potential market.
Yes.
You need to register your business. You need to register a business, a company, preferably as a partnership or a limited company. That is just for accountability. You also need to register with the taxman. We're talking about KRA.
Yes.
So get your PIN, a business PIN, a KRA PIN for your business, as well as get a clearance certificate from the KRA.
Yes.
Simply to show you on the right side, when it comes to tax payment, you're not doing evasion, right?
Yes.
And besides that, apply for these tenders. Apply in time. Don't apply past the deadline and then start saying, oh, these people don't want to give us tenders.
Apply in time.
Apply
it's like
in time.
applying for a job, yeah? Once
Just like
it's
a
closed,
job.
it's closed.
Yeah, and again, they're given to the best bidder.
Yeah.
So you need to calculate your cost of production properly before you settle on what price you're going to offer them. because of course the institutions will pick an offer a good offer that favors them financially.
Of course.
Yes, so you
but
want
do not underestimate whatever you've done in your
Yes,
production.
don't
or
go
maybe
for
just don't overquote again.
Yes, don't overquote, don't underquote, don't go at a loss trying to secure a tender. Do your maths properly, at least ensure there's some profit for you as well.
Yeah, that is very okay. And then now let's just take a short commercial break, tukipunga hewa kidogo, and then we'll be right back as we're winding up on the topics of the week. I hope you're enjoying the show. Thank you for staying tuned until now. Don't touch the dial. We're coming back in a short while.
Spinach is a dark leafy vegetable that originated in Persia. Spinach is a superfood as it is loaded with tons of nutrients in a low-calorie package. Spinach has been used by various cultures throughout the history. Spinach is a versatile vegetable and can be eaten raw or cooked. It can be incorporated quite easily in any diet as it is cheap and easy to prepare. Agriculture is the art and science of cultivating the soil, growing crops, and raising livestock. Agriculture provides most of the world's food and fabrics. It is not only a source of food and income, but also creates employment opportunities for many people in the world. Over 1 billion people worldwide work in agriculture, generating 2.4 trillion for the global economy. The global impact of farming on the environment is revealed that 40% of the Earth's land is now given over to agriculture. Agricultural development is one of the most powerful tools to end extreme poverty, boost shared prosperity, and feed a projected 9.7 billion people by 2050. And we, the Our Farmers Media, roll the carpet for you as we welcome you to our thrilling farm visits to different farmers that educate and inspire you in different sectors in agriculture. Catch us also on our shows on all our social media platforms as we bring you educative and informative information that will help you learn and guide you on your agriculture journey to success. Our farmers attain knowledge and grow profits.
What's up, good people? We are still here, kicking it strong. Strong in the week in edition today. And remember, we've been reviewing the different topics that we have been talking about all through the week that concerns you as a farmer. This is a Farmers Media, and we help you as farmers to connect, learn, and grow, and also just transform your farm into a business, okay? And some of the topics that we've discussed today was about tendering and when the market fails, what do you do, and agritourism amongst them all. And I hope they've been really impactful and educational to you. Yes, Kagina? How is the show so far?
So far I'd say very informative.
Yes.
At least here you get the summary of the whole week. In case you missed the whole week,
Exactly.
yes, you get the summary and then know what are you referring to.
Exactly.
Where can you go and delve more?
Yes, so in a nutshell, I will just maybe touch on one of the last topics of the day that we had talked about. And I came right here to give farmers Farm Hacks 101.
Farm hacks.
Farm hacks. What is a farm hack?
Young Farmer Z.
Yes,
Taking
like Young Farmer Z was just giving you hacks on how to survive on a day-to-day basis. You as a farmer, and you know it can be hard. But what are some of the things that maybe you just had to innovate and come up with and improvise that helped you escape one problem or another that led to a solution that you had not even thought of. So in your lifetime as a farmer, what are some of the things that you as a farmer tried to improvise and innovate and hack ndio ikutoe kwa shida? Okay, so it's just community based led approach that maybe you can innovate on farm tools, machinery, maybe the whatever farm it's smart farming technologies, just basic things. And amongst them that we mentioned was number one, just farmers should know that seed germination is really important in terms of when you're getting the seeds to go and plant. Make sure that you know, is it a hot or cold germination season seed? What type of seed is it? Is it okay for your soil? Usikuja unaeka kwa hii soil kumbe this seed will just not prosper. So you need to analyze seed germination techniques and make sure that the seed that you have is perfect for whatever climate and soil temperatures that you have in your farm.
So the variety is very crucial.
A variety is, you need to know which one is best. Which one is best for your farm. That was hack number one. So seed germination, take note whenever you want to plant anything, but just research and get to know if it is well conversant, with your soil and all, okay? And then again, there is number two. What we came to realize, and we've talked about today, is whatever a farmer grows is driven by the community and the people's choice. It is the people's choice. So whatever the market wants needs you now at least to fill in that gap.
You want to buy something that people...
You want to plant something that people want to buy. Want to really buy. Yes, so at least this one's the prices of commodities and what you can sell determines on how much of each and every crop that you will grow and what actually the people want to consume. Okay, yes, so depending on the market demand, so you need to meet the market demands, especially if you're doing it for commercial use. Okay, there are those who are doing it as a hobby, but even them, they just have to do it as in terms of it has to be something that they really want, that they really crave for, so that they may be able to plant. Maybe I am really craving for I just want to have a avocado in my farm. I can get avocados anytime. So me, even if I'm doing it as a hobby, it's because of what I really want, my specifications and what I really want as the consumer. So yes, hata nikipanda skuma ni venye najua I am really getting a hard time buying the 20 bob 40 bob every single time. So I need it in my farm. So you have to go according to the market. Yes, so that is number two. There is again number three. Specify in whatever you're growing. Again, you know, we had mentioned about diversifying the crops and all. That is also good.
Yes.
But again, there's a benefit in specifying a certain crop that you bring on the table, okay? And this one makes at least the market know that niko na mtu wangu wa beans ndio ule ananiletea every single time. So the market identifies with you and it specializes with your product na wanakwamilia kabisa. So specifying, yes, a product is really important, even if it's a cattle rearing and all. Just if you specify on cattle, kabisa, people know we can get beef from here and we can get milk from here and cheese from here every single time whenever we want. Yes, so that is one. That's another hack. Kama uko na muscles, if you can do it, if you're able to maintain the productivity and all, you can specify. Sawa. Yes, and at least you'll find more premium in growing special crops for a specific market. Yes, so the returns will also be premium as well, as opposed to sasa leo mwaletea hii, the next day you're bringing another thing in the market, and now the people who had just gotten used to the beans, and then now tuna umeleta cabbage, watu wajisikina hiyo cabbage, or maybe I'm getting cabbage from somewhere else that is better than yours, okay? And even specifying makes it better, and you're concentrating on this crop sana. So you're giving it your all.
Your skills also develop on that
one. So productivity is top notch, okay? Another thing that we came to realize as farmers, organic farming tends to consume more water than non-organic farming. Imagine. So organic farming, you know, it consumes more water, and as opposed to non-organic, you know, they depend on these things like fertilizers, the pesticides, yes, to help them in the soil retention, things like this. So that is non-organic farming, okay? So that one does not really need a lot of water, because at least the mega kelp or something, or the rhizovita, it will help with the water retention in the soil and all, as opposed to the organic farming that entirely depends on the by organic products like the manure and all. So you need to keep on adding water, drip irrigation, sprinkling, so it will consume a lot of water as opposed to non-organic. So yes, non-organic is really good, and people tend to say it's really healthier than non-organic. But yes, if you're in a place that you can access the water resources, that is perfect for you. But if you're not, stick to non-organic. Yes, you at least you will never go wrong because they're saying when you're trying to plow the soil, and now you're removing the up one, the ones on the top one, the top soil up, at least the soil moisture is lost a lot of time. So you need to now keep on pouring the water all the time. But so now when you have the non-organics, they're using these fertilizers, the additives and all, they can be able to retain. Okay, so that was number 4. Number 5 was actually technology, smart farming, anytime.
Embrace technology.
The drones, the mobile applications, like Plantix, those ones, they will help you know how they can help you scout for diseases. They can help you be able to at least know what kind of problem that your farm is going through, or this plant is going through. They can help you at least also in the protection of in terms of security and just taking care of your livestock wherever they are. Yes, especially GPS. Even GPS. Yes, you can know where your livestock is instead of just putting the belts on the sheep and goats over there. It is zikilia. You can find an application that will help you with that. Yes, and also the drip irrigation is also a smart method of farming. So technology is the next. It's the number 1 hack, farming hack 101. Okay, soil testing is another that we also do here in a Farmers Media, we had mentioned. So before you want to plant, make sure you do soil testing. Just grab kidogo soil, take it to the lab, know what kind of temperatures it has, what kind of climate it flourishes in, and you can know what to plant in it, and yes, when to plant. Okay, so soil testing. Very essential. Watering methods. We found out that actually sprinkling is a really good watering method on the farm. This is because water evaporation is less. Evaporation is less in sprinklers. Okay, sprinkle inaenda tu kidogo kidogo.
Because you're using the sprinkling method.
Exactly. So sprinkling method ni fiti. It is perfect. It is good.
Comparing it to now we're talking about the spray nozzle.
Yes, spray nozzle. Exactly. The spray nozzle as compared to the sprinklers. Sprinklers are better because now the evaporation is kidogo, especially for places where with dry climate like this area. So yeah, with water becoming a resource that is really
scarce.
Missing. Yes, it's scarce. So you can use sprinklers. Yes, so farmers beware. And yes, manure can also be done. It can be used as an excellent fertilizer, but what we mentioned is use it when it is completely decomposed. Actually, usitumie kama haijaiva vizuri, manake utapata, these are the things that are bringing the pests to your crops. Yes, when you use it when it's not well decomposed. Okay, so proper use of manure is key. It's very key, exactly. So, and you get the pest and you also get the weeds if you're using it when it's not well decomposed. So weeds zitakuja zinaanza compete with the main crops there for resources and all, and it is not what you are looking for. So proper use of manure, you're good to go. It is an excellent way to do it. Okay. And yes, a fun fact that we came to realize. Just out of the blues, we were breaking the ice and we get to find out that crayons are grown from soybeans.
Wait.
Yes.
Crayons.
The crayons for coloring, they're grown from soybeans. So soybean oil, this is what they were saying, soybean oil is a crucial ingredient in making the crayons, whereby it glides smoother and it doesn't flake. Okay? So the colors made using the soybean oils are dazzling. They're perfect and less toxic to the children, and actually they are completely biodegradable.
Oh wow.
Unaweza rudisha bado kwa soil na ikuwe biodegradable.
Wow.
Yes, so that is a fun fact 101, another hack, okay?
I actually never thought of that.
Imagine. That is a very good one.
Value addition.
Value addition. You can touch on that, soybeans, on what they are used apart from just the basic consumption that we have. Kabisa zoyad. And another one is participation in peer groups. We even mentioned about the Africa Farmers Club right here on our Facebook for a farmers media, and right there you can get maybe other farmers who have had experiences like Noah, the 15 years of experience. They can teach you about the market. They can teach you how to scout for your problem, for any kind of problem in your farm. So make sure you participate in peer groups that help you grow, connect, and learn. They can even give you tips on which kind of rhizovator and products you can use. You get, so make sure.
I think the bit about peers is that you share notes.
Exactly.
Probably I have faced the challenge that you're just about to face.
Imagine.
And you have faced the challenge that I'm just about to face.
And there's nothing better than learning from someone else's
experience.
Exactly. Yes. As opposed to yours.
And so the beauty is that now when you exchange notes, you become well equipped.
Exactly.
Now you do not repeat the same mistakes.
Yes, that's the whole thing about it.
And again, if you're facing losses, again, I think it's a good platform to to just open up
and vent, because you're not alone, and you'll find
people who face the market
exactly and you'll find a solution. That's the best thing. You will always find a solution to it. Okay. And like yesterday we were talking with Kagina about value addition for avocado, and we were saying that the seed has a use, the flesh has a use, and also the skin has a use. So just another hack, farming 101, use the entire plant.
Don't waste.
Use the entire plant. Never dispose.
If it's the maize you're talking about, after you
at a stock,
exactly.
Use
the stock properly.
Even the cobs, they're used for making fire and all.
Yes.
Especially in my shags.
And even some
they use the
cattle even feed on.
For us they use it to put on the kuni and all, and the firewood and the place for the fire for cooking, and it actually brings out the fuel very well for the maize. Yeah. So kishatoa and for my mom, she now goes and siagas the unga and grinds and now makes the wheat flour. And you know wheat flour?
Wheat flour from maize.
Ayapana. So initonga nini flour? Maize flour, sorry. Yes, sorry guys. Hey, the weekend is kicking in, okay? But yeah, use the entire plant. And last but not least, we had talked about crop rotation. Crop rotation is good. Annual rotation actually helps to maintain soil fertility, just in case you didn't know. It maintains the soil fertility, the soil structure, and ensures enough of the nutrients are available and reduces the risks of crop failure.
Yes, I think it also breaks the barrier when it comes to diseases, because if there was a certain pest inside the soil, or a disease in the soil that affects legumes, and the next season you're planting something different, say maize for example, you break that season, so they'll have to stay for a whole year without feeding, and that
Yeah.
means they'll die.
That's another thing.
Yes.
So those are some of the farming hacks 101, and just courtesy of Markup again, in relation to UNIDO and the European Union, they also have hacks when it comes to the safe usage of pesticides. And some of the things that you're mentioning were we found out is do not spray the pesticides during the windy or the rainy season. So wind vuruga sana, and it may inabeba the
So it goes to
pesticide.
waste.
It goes to waste, or either it may also just penetrate to the other person's next farm. So make sure you don't do it in the
And probably
windy.
they're just close to harvesting.
Exactly. And again, in the rainy season now, it just washes away.
So it's a waste.
It's a waste, a total waste.
Oh,
And
and then it's a risk, because if it
Yeah.
washes away, it means it's going to maybe streams, rivers.
that's the thing. So, and again, you're told to make sure you're spraying 15 meters away from any water body resources. Yes, make sure you're away, 15 meters away. So that's the farming hack 101 for pesticide usage. And also, gearing up is key. Make sure you're on the correct gear, and spray according to what the label says. Make sure it has the calibration, and know the amount of spray that you need to put in this type of plant and maybe in this soil. Don't overdo it. Don't pima na macho, like estimate with the eyes. No, just do it in calibrations, and make sure you're doing it in the best possible way. And that is why Markup are telling you that for the safe use of pesticides, kwa sababu the hashtag is dawa bora mazao bora. Yes, and you can get them on their website at Markup Kenya, and also on all the social media handles at Markup Kenya, also on Facebook. Yes, wako pale ndani. Ukitaka pia pesticides, talk to us. We can give you we are the plug. Nakwambia, we plug you farmers with each and everything you want and you need for your farm, just to make it a success. And basically that is it for us.
That's the week.
That is a week for us, actually.
Weekend review just done.
Yes.
That's beautifully.
Exactly.
In case you found something that was very interesting for you, and you need to hear deeper about
Yes.
that conversation, remember, we do upload all these videos. Even as we stream, we
Yes.
have them on our social media platforms. That is on Facebook, A Farmers Media, as well as on YouTube. Just go search A Farmers Media. Remember to subscribe.
Yes,
Remember to like. In case you have
comment.
questions, comment there.
Share.
In case you have friends who need to see this information, share with them. Be generous. Be a generous farmer.
Yes.
Yes. The more you're generous, we say in farming, if your neighbor's farm is doing well, there's a very high chance yours will do well too.
Okay, so
Yeah,
by chance, by hope, by faith.
Usikuwa unajua the right pesticide alafu unamnyima.
Okay,
Yeah,
that
so
is
you
true.
share with them the information so that they can be informed on how to do that.
yeah.
So that if they take care of their farm, because you may do everything on your farm, and then the pests from their side come to this side.
Exactly.
The
Now
diseases from their end come to your side.
You're back to square one.
But if you share these notes properly with your friends
Yeah.
and other farmers, it becomes
we
easier.
connect, learn, and grow together.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, lakini asanteni sana for joining us all through from 10 to now 12 noon. We have been your hosts, Zaitun Ali.
And I, David Kagina.
I hope you had a good time, and it is until next week on Monday that we're seeing each other right here again.
See you
Enjoy
Monday.
your weekend. Adios.
Bye.